What happens when you take your eyes off the seeds that Allah has dealt other people with and you just show gratitude for yours? What happens when you put your energy toward watering your own garden and watering your own seeds and letting your flowers bloom and letting your gardens bloom rather than spending and wasting hours of your life admiring other people's? I think you thrive, but you tell me. I actually came up with this concept a few years ago. And there's two seeds dealt to two different people. Everyone's got their own seeds, everyone's got their own blessing that Allah has given them. One person's handed their seed, comes to this earth, grows up and uses that seed and waters it and nurtures it and just focuses on watering their own seed. And eventually it grows a beautiful plant, and that plant becomes eventually a little garden and they end up thriving. Now imagine another person dealt with their own seeds, but they spend days, weeks observing everybody else watering their gardens, watching everybody else's gardens bloom, watching everybody else take care of their gardens and their seeds. What do they end up with? Wasted time, wasted life, jealousy, lack of contentment. That's comparison. I feel like it's a living hell. You've both been dealt with blessings, but you have not used yours for purpose. You need to stop comparing. It kind of reminds me of another story I've heard. So the story of Prophet Ibrahim and Prophet Ismail. So Prophet Ibrahim visited Prophet Ismail, and at the time he had this wife. I think Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam must have asked, "How's it going?" Something along those lines. That first wife kept complaining, kept listing out the negatives, talking about the hardship of the situation. He ended up divorcing this first wife and marrying another. Now, Prophet Ibrahim visited again years later and asked the same set of questions. When she was asked those questions, the second wife, she showed gratitude. Despite having little, she was grateful. She was content. No complaints despite their hardship. And she just thanked Allah and showed gratitude to Allah. The circumstances did not change, just the person and the perspective. And this just reminds me that in life, we've all been dealt with different seeds. Some people have been dealt with wealth. Some people have been dealt with the perfect spouse. Some people have been dealt with the perfect career. Everyone has their own, but contentment is key. So you can be someone that looks around, compares yourself. You set a standard based off what society has set, and you belittle yourself, or you become very low confidence, or you think that you're struggling in life, and you can just develop this negative mindset. Or you can say, thank God, I'm not someone that's been dealt with wealth. Like, that's not my seed. I've been dealt with wisdom. I've been dealt with beauty. Or you might be someone that's not been dealt with either of those things and be like, oh, well, I was dealt with intelligence. I was dealt with good iman. I was so many other blessings. It's all perspective. It's all what you focus on. So just focus on your own seeds. Water your own seeds and keep your eyes off other people's gardens and keep your eyes on your own paper is the point I'm trying to make. With the story of that prophet, circumstances did not change, just perspective. So, guys, ultimately, your life will be as positive as you make it, truly. And I think with a world full of social media that you click on your phone daily and you see these perfect depictions of what life is or what life is meant to be, it's very easy to set that unrealistic standard of what life is meant to be and compare yourself to that. And truly, you should be comparing yourself to the standard set by Allah. How close am I to Allah? How content I am in my heart? What am I grateful for? In a culture that thrives off comparison, it's very easy to become depressed with your own life. But you need to remember that if you are feeling sad or you don't feel like your life is going well or you feel like you're behind, you're basing your standard on society and not basing it off Islam. So let me give you an example. You hop on socials and you see somebody's got a promotion. Instead of saying Alhamdulillah, Allah Mubarak, you do say that, and then you might think, wait, I haven't been promoted in 5 years. Like, what am I doing? What's going on? Stop. Stop yourself there. You say Alhamdulillah, MashaAllah, Allah Mubarak for them, and you keep it stepping. You remain content because you've been dealt with your own seeds. You need to just trust in Allah's divine wisdom and the fact that Everything that's been given to people is a test, and He knows you best. And if you do not have something, then it's best. Contentment is where you stop comparing and you start striving and you start showing gratitude to Allah for what He's given to you, being grateful and happy for other people. When you look over and you're admiring other people's gardens and the effort and the fruits of other people's labor, you remember that Allah has dealt you with your own seeds and you appreciate theirs while continuing to work on yours. And you remember we've not all been dealt with the same seeds, and that is okay. Some people have been blessed with wealth, some people have been blessed with beauty, some people have been blessed with wisdom. I'm trying to think of anything else. Some people have been blessed with the most amazing parents. Some people have been blessed to even have their parents. Some people don't have their parents alive and well. Point is, you can appreciate like the blessings that other people have and the seed that they've been dealt with. That means the skills that they've been dealt with. Everyone's on their own path. Everybody is pursuing different paths and excelling in different areas. Just because they're doing it doesn't necessarily mean that your seeds are identical to theirs, and that is okay. You've been given your own seeds and you need to trust in that. If you waste your time in your life comparing, let's say 10 years go by, one person's got a garden that's blooming and blossoming and beautiful, Allah Mubarak, and then you have the other person who wasted their time obsessing on everybody else, looking at what everybody else has, focus on what everybody else is doing, focus on everybody else's seeds, and nothing to show at the end of it. So it's not the absence of blessing, it's the absence of focus and gratitude for what they have. I think the main takeaway from this video is Allah won't ask you what seeds He's dealt other people with. Allah won't ask you what He blessed other people with. Allah will ask you what you did with your seeds. Did you plant it? Did you water it? Did you nurture those skills that He'd given you? Did you use it to do something that's pleasing to Him? Or did you completely receive this blessing that Allah gave you, not use it, and waste time? So I urge everyone to take the seed they've been given, be grateful for the seed that they've given, plant it, water it, and then trust in Allah and be grateful. And know that everybody else has been dealt with their own seeds and they shall also thrive, inshallah. Like, there is room for everyone. I think sometimes we forget Shaitan is there and he's a negative force. In a world where you've got someone that's actively working against you, you cannot afford to stay neutral. Shaitan might creep in. Shaitan might decide to whisper things to urge you to compare. Do not compare. Social media might urge you to compare. Do not compare. If you're going on social media, be very mentally resilient. Go onto social media with the mindset of Allah Mubarak. Go on social media remembering that my standard is set by Allah, by Islam. It's not set by society. It's not set by what this person has achieved or what that person has achieved or that person's milestone. Remember your time is coming as well, but also remember your garden will not look like theirs and it's not meant to look like theirs. And see the mercy of Allah in everything. That's all from me, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's very short. I just think in this day and age, it can be very unhealthy when the thing that brings you down the most is literally in your pocket. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys.